No matter what you say, no matter what you say. Hey, what's up guys? We are having Sakugan collab and I decided to watch Sakugan review about it. I'm gonna be talking about the first and second episode only because, you know, I don't want to be, the series is still ongoing, but actually hopefully it'll be able to give you a rough idea on what the anime is all about. Now, if you don't want spoilers of the first and second episode, please click away because this anime is very touching and I highly recommend it that you go watch and come back later. Now, I know a lot of people are saying why can't we have collab like Gundam, Knights of the Magic, Mazinger, but Sakugan is really touching and I can't help but to say that I might enjoy this collab. This is going to be my third time reviewing an anime on this channel and there's not gonna be a lot of like clips. I'm gonna put some pictures in it so that we don't get copyright strike for the channel. So let's go. So before we get to the collab, let's clear off a few things. The mecha in the anime are called Markbot. Similar to Attack on Titan, the people in Sakugan lives in a spherical column production known as Pinyin. A marker are people who explore the labyrinth and discover new locations. They are widely respected by the community. And like most mecha anime, Kaiju, which means monster, exists in this show. So at the start of the anime, we have our main protagonist running through the alley. Away from her father, her name is Memumpu. Catching up to her was her father named Gagumbar. The two seems to be having an argument and have laid trap for each other, and this is not their first argument. The two always had a fight. That was because Memumpu, being only 9 years old, her dream was actually to become a marker, people who explore the labyrinth, and that despite being only 9 years old, she has a brilliant mind. A lot of her invention is actually being amazed by the scientists in her college. Yes, she also graduated college. Her father, on the other hand, Gagumbar, believed that it's too dangerous for her to become a marker because secretly he was actually an ex-marker where her daughter doesn't know, and that he once lost a friend called Rufus. Even with all that, even if Memumpu wanted to become a marker, she's actually just 9 years old, which honestly I agree with him because she's too young to make her own decision. And before a child is 18, they need to have proper guidance. The next day we see both of them getting up, had ramen for breakfast and head to work as a miner. They're both partners to each other, with Gagumbar controlling the markbot while Memumpu in charge of the coordinates. Later that scene, we were soon introduced to a pretty popular marker team who look up to Memumpu for her brilliance. Out of this team was Memumpu's best friend Linda and her father Walsh. The next scene was the summer festival. Linda kept praising how brilliant Memumpu is, but Gagumbar was not impressed. It's over at this scene that we learn about the legend of Uroro. Linda told Gagumbar that there was once a person who explored the entire labyrinth, and it's a girl. But of course, Gagumbar being Gagumbar, he is not impressed. Later that night, Gagumbar had a conversation with Walsh, stating that Memumpu is still very young. Walsh advised Gagumbar that no matter how he tries to change Memumpu's path, a child will bound to one day do what they want. Also adding in, who knows whenever is the right time. Over at Linda and Memumpu's side, they were having a conversation at Memumpu's house, and then they were left with a letter written with Uroro on it and a piece of gem which appears to be a map, and also a piece of picture that showcased a sky pillar with a lot of shooting star behind, similar to what she's seen in her every-time dream. On the next day to work, while being accompanied by Linda, the city was infiltrated by a kaiju. The trio was chased down by the kaiju and sooner and later was saved by Walsh. After saving Gagumbar and Memumpu, Walsh and Linda decided to leave them behind to fight the kaiju. Memumpu wanted to accompany Linda, however was labeled that she's just a child and she should stay with her father. While dashing off mid-air, Linda and Walsh was killed mid-air by another kaiju which has entered the scene. It was at this moment that things got very touching. Memumpu was lost and scared, but despite all that, despite of what happened, deep down, she can't help to go to the destined location, calling herself delusional. Remembering what Walsh said the other night, Gagumbar brought Memumpu to a hangar and standing in front of her is her father's markbot. Gagumbar told her that if he can't stop her, he might as well see her through her entire journey. So episode 1 ended like that, with Walsh and Linda died and Memumpu was doubting herself whether she's delusional, whether that place actually still exists. But deep down in her heart, she still felt like it's a calling to actually go to that place, which I find, well, kind of baka. This is where I like it. Like, Gagumbar decided to support her daughter, which I felt, you know, very touching and stuff like that. Episode 2 started with the duo starting up their Markbot and decided to take on the two kaiju by luring it outside the colony with the help of Walsh's Marker team, who decided to help them when they found out about Walsh's death. With Gagumbar's skill piloting the Mecha and Memumpu's coordination to trap the kaiju, the two managed to defeat it by causing an explosion. Episode 2 ended with Memumpu naming their Markbot Big Tony. Gagumbar sold their house to leave and become a permanent marker. The two said their farewell greeting to their old friend and left on their journey. I tried to shorten everything because again, I don't like to waste my co-high's time. I don't like to waste your time. So this is like a brief summary of what basically happened in episode 1 and 2. If you enjoy if you're like me, having like a parental issue of your dad, your mom doesn't support you on what you're doing, or that you like father and daughter relationship anime, then Sakugan is actually the anime for you. It might not be like strong like Gundam or Magic and the Night or whatever, but it finds a warm feeling in your heart that the anime is funny, the father and daughter are lovely, and overall the mecha might not be cybernetic advanced futuristic, but it has this place and it has this warm design. Hope you guys like this review. We all know that Mila is going to be Memumpu. I will most likely it's gonna be Gagumbar, but people still say it's Rome. There might be a possibility because Gagumbar is not that buff. And the mecha that we're gonna have a collab with is obviously gonna be Big Tony. I thank you all so much for watching this. I am not very good at reviewing anime. I might have missed out a few parts, but if you watch to the end, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me because when I started this channel, I wanted to be a anime review channel, but sooner or later we decided to become a gaming channel. So maybe, I don't know, maybe one day I'll start another channel just reviewing anime. Hey, it's just a gaming channel.